Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to this video. Today we will be painting another winter scenery. So without further ado, let's get to it. I started with making my sketch. It is quite light, but you can see it is barely visible. So I did make a horizon line. That's a hilly line because those are actually hills from the snow, one behind and one more behind that one. Next thing I'm doing is pre-wetting my paper, and as you can see, I'm just making my circle, leaving one circle clear of water, not wet, because that is the place that I want to leave white, completely white. That will be the sun. You know, when sun in the winter is barely visible behind those clouds and that fogginess. So I left that part without pre-wetting. I don't want my paint to go there, to bleed in there, so I did not pre-wet that part. If it makes it easier for you, you can maybe draw a circle and very light, because you know it has to be light to not be visible. That's also the reason why I did not draw the circle. I don't mind even if my circle isn't perfect, but if you do want your circle to be perfect, just draw that circle. Next thing, I did use mix of black and blue to paint in the sky, and as you could have seen, I did not make one even wash, but just tapped in with my brush and make some, looking though as there are some clouds, as I said, that fogginess, mist, and then used a little bit of yellow around that part where the sun is, also just tapping it all the time, just actually tapping in with my brush, not really doing any large strokes, but just mostly just tapping in with the tip of my brush and using actually mostly the tip of my brush. The lowest part of the sky I painted the darkest. Later on we will add a little bit more of something like looking like forest in there. So afterwards I did pre-wet the part where the snow is, and then added some, these are actually just horizontal line, again not painting the entire wash, but just doing the lines. I'm adding a little bit more. I do want that part to be the darkest nearest to us, the snow, and going further away from us to be a little bit lighter. And also I've painted in some hilly strokes, not completely straight, but to make it look as though there are hills from the snow. And as I was talking earlier, I left the paper to dry completely, and afterwards I've just pre-wetted the part just beneath those hills and added some very, I guess this time saturated, a little bit more saturated mix of black and blue. And as you can see, again, I'm just tapping in with my brush, and when I added those pigments, I cleaned my brush with just clean water, and then tap on the upper part, because I don't want the harsh lines, so I just tapped in the clear water, and that way just made those trees just bleed slightly into that water and not leaving harsh borders. But if you used maybe too much water or noticed that it could leave those harsh edges, just use your tissue paper and wipe that border, so you actually, in that way, you will avoid those harsh edges. Afterwards, I turned my paper around, painted in those hills. At the end, I've lost that one hill on the left side. On the right side it does happen, you know, so it doesn't matter. And then I left it to dry completely, and afterwards I've pre-sketched that air balloon and I've painted it just in a black. The left part I will paint slightly lighter, and I will actually pick up the paint and add a little bit of yellow in that part to make it look as though there is some reflection from the sun. You can see right now I'm just picking up the paint on that part to make it look as though there is the reflection from the sun on that side of the balloon. And there you go. Now I'm adding just a little bit of yellow, but I am smudging black on top of it. I don't want it to be very yellow, just slightly different tint than the right side. Then I drew in the basket and a rope hanging from the basket, and just added a couple of shadows for the balloon. And that is basically it with the balloon. I left it to dry completely, and afterwards I've added some sprinkles with white gouache to make it look as though it is snowing. And that is basically it. Our painting is finished, and I hope you like this video. You find it to be quite easy. Just give it a try. I'm sure it will turn out great. And if you do like this video, please hit the like button, share it, comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And maybe consider joining my channel. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!